Hey, what's up, how you doing, my people? It's your boy African 50 man here again with another beautiful video for you guys. Today I'll be working on a 2009 Dodge Journey, guys, and I'm gonna be changing the lower ball joint and up underneath here, and the tools that you're gonna need to do this job. You're gonna need a 32 millimeter socket to take off your CV axle nut, 32 millimeter. You're gonna need a 18 millimeter socket to take off your lower ball joint, and also your outer tie rod. So you're gonna need an 18 millimeter bolt for those. An 18 millimeter socket, both for your outer tie rod and your lower ball joint. And then you're gonna need a 21 millimeter socket for your strut, your shocks, two bolts, two nuts, two bolts, the 21 millimeters. And you're also going to need a 21 millimeter socket to take off your caliper, your brake caliper. Okay, and for your lower ball joint, you're going to need a ball joint puller. As you can see, I have the heavy duty puller press, and it comes with 10 pieces, 10 different pieces, deep ones and shallow ones. It comes with 2 deep, 2 shallows, and it also have 3 different rings here. And this is a brand new set that I had to buy, and the reason why I had to buy this set here is because this was the old one, guys. This is the same thing as this. I bought this maybe two years ago, 2.5 years ago, and it did a lot of job for me. But what happened is that these pieces, I misplaced these pieces. I still have the press, but I misplaced these pieces and I could not find them. So I had to go ahead and purchase this kit here from Amazon. And amazingly, I only paid $46 for this set, this kit. And you're also gonna need, of course, last but not least, you're gonna need your lower ball joint. Also have these, I just purchased them brand new. They're Moog for the lower ball joint. These one doesn't come with any top that you have to grease them. It's already come pre-greased. So I guess when the grease runs out, you gotta change them. And obviously that's the reason why I'm changing mines right now, because and the rubber on mines is all busted and the grease is all coming out and coming apart. So and of course you're gonna need your drill, winch set, or I use my Craftsman because I already went ahead and loosened up most of these bolts. So I'm trying to show you how you're gonna take it off. And of course I have my clip puller, because there's a plastic piece in here that I use my clip puller. Some people just pull it out, but I like to use my clip puller so I can reuse the factory piece. And of course you're gonna need a fork. This fork, I use this fork if I'm pulling my CV axle. I can use this fork to pull my CV axle out on the driver's side. Or sometimes if the passenger side giving a little problem, but normally this is mostly required for the driver's side, because the passenger side normally comes out easily. And the driver's side doesn't come out that easily because it has a clip inside of the at the end of the CV axle. It has a clip where the clip goes in and it extends. So you have to use this to get it out. And whenever time you're, like I said, guys, whenever time you're working on your CV axle or anything like that, always want to make sure you have your car off. You put your emergency brake all the way down, and your car is shut off, and you put it in neutral, and that way your CV axle goes in and out freely. without you have to bang it in, because you're not supposed to bang your CV axle in, guys. You're supposed to just feel it, turn, feel, press, and it has a groove that it goes in and sit. So these are the tools that we're going to be using today, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna get this kit out of the way for right now. Put it aside over here, and first thing first, what I like to do is I like to start with my my outer tie rod. Okay, guys, so now that I turned the steering wheel column, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this is my outer tie rod. I'm not changing my outer tie rod. I should have gone ahead and changed them right now, since I'm also changing my lower ball joint. I should just go ahead and change this, but before I change it, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see what it looks like before I go ahead and purchase a new one. And for your outer tie rod, you're gonna need a 18 millimeter, but your 18 millimeter has to be a deep socket. All right, it cannot be a shallow one, because the shallow one is not gonna fit. You have to have a 18 millimeter deep socket for this one right here, guys. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna already loosen it up. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and I took this out, and what I like to do, like I told you guys before, I'm a diesel fuel guy. So what I like to do, I like to get my bowls and I like to just drop them in my diesel fuel and let it sit, and you know, whatever rust is on it or anything like that, it will kind of soften them up. And then I'm just gonna grab my hammer, guys. I'm gonna grab my hammer. What I like to do is I like to just give it a couple of knocks as to free it up, because you don't want to just bang on it like that. You want to knock it a couple of times. And when you're knocking it, you knock it and make sure, careful that you don't, you're not knocking on the rubber itself, guys. See that, guys? All right, so I knock it a couple of times, and once this I see it's free up underneath here, guys. But you don't want to use your fork. You don't want to use your fork to push up in here, because it's not made for here, unless if you definitely gonna change your outer tie rod, then you can do that. But you don't want to damage your tie rod. If your tie rod is good and it's reusable, you know, you want to gently do what you have to do. And I just knock the screw like that, and it comes right up, guys. But before you go ahead and start knocking your outer tie rod bolt, guys, down here, always remember to get a hammer. All right, and you want to knock it. You just want to knock it a couple of times until you see it comes free from up underneath here. And you go ahead and you inspect your tie rod, and as you can see, this tie rod is fairly good. This tie rod is fairly good, and what you want to do, you just want to set it aside, and you don't want to turn it left or right, because when you put it back on, you want to make sure it's aligned. So whatever hole you take it off, guys, whatever hole you take it off, that's the way you want to put it back on. You don't want to turn it too much to the left or to the right. You want to put it back exactly as it was. All right, so I just put that and set that aside. All right, then the second thing I like to do, guys, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you. Now that the tie rod is loose, my steering wheel column, I can turn my steering wheel with my hand, left and right, and back here is it has the speed sensor, and the speed sensor is a 10 millimeter bolt. So before I start taking off my my caliper, I like to take my speed sensor out, guys. And what I normally do, because these little bolts are really hard to find, guys, I just kind of dip it in a little diesel fuel, and I just put it right back into place right there, and I let it sit. And remember, it has a washer on it too, guys, so you want to sometimes secure your washer. It has a washer that comes with it. So you want to secure your washer, you just put your washer back on and you put your bolt back in, and that way you will never lose your washer or your bolt. Secondly, I just come put my my clip puller in here and just pry it out, and it comes right out. All right, next thing I want to do, guys, I'm gonna just hand turn. I'm just gonna hand turn to this direction that I can get to my calipers. All right, and your calipers, they're 21 millimeter sockets. So I'm just gonna grab my 21 millimeter socket. I'm gonna grab my extension. Like I said, guys, I already loosened them up, so it's easy to take out. And I'm just gonna put this on here like that, and either way, whichever way I want to do it. And I'm just gonna grab my power tool, because my power tool is the one that will crack these bolts back here. So I'm just gonna grab my power tool, guys. And I'm just gonna take my calipers off. Okay, this one bolt. Drop it in my oil. Okay, so bolt number 2, guys. Bolt number 2. Drop it in. And gently. You don't want to do it too hard. You just gently remove. Remember, you're not removing your brake pad or anything like that, guys. You're removing the whole entire caliper. All right, see, you're moving the whole entire caliper and everything. So when you're putting on back your caliper with your brake pads and everything, there's no adjustment. You just put it right back into place, guys. And what I'm gonna do, I always have a little wire hanger, guys. I'm just gonna put this into here, my strut, just hang it up and put it away, just like that. All right, and it sits over there. And next thing I want to do, guys, I want to come and I want to take my rotor off. Alright, and that's your 32 millimeter nut for your CV axle. Drop that aside, and then you just gently remove your rotor and put the rotor aside. Alright, and then 2 more things you have to do, guys, before. What I like to do is I like to take me my puncher, and I just like to put my puncher in the center and kind of just knock free and release my CV axle before I take my bolts out from here. And I'm just gonna take these bolts out. Okay, guys, this is a bolt right here. That's your 21 millimeter bolt. That's for your struts and shocks. I'm just gonna take the next one out. Okay, bolt number 2. Drop it in. Stack it up here, guys. And what I like to do now is just come and kind of just turn this a little bit, and I'm just gonna knock my bolts. When I knock my bolts, I'm just gonna get my punch, my punch, and I'm just gonna punch it out. punch through. It drops right out, guys. And these are your bolts, guys. These are your bolts for your struts and your shocks. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna drop them into some diesel fuel and let them stay there. And I'm just gonna put my punch up here. And what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm just gonna gently, not hard, just gently pull, because you have to remember underneath here, you don't want to pull too hard and damage your CV axle booth. So you want to just gently, push on this back here like that, guys. You just gently do like that, and it releases. Before you pull on your CV axle or anything like that, guys, you want to push your struts all the way back. Here's my punch. You just punch it. Just like that, guys. Not hard, just barely punch it. Use a punch to barely punch it, guys. And once you punch it, take your time, and that's it, guys. You got it out the way. Alright, and then when you done that, you always remember there's one bolt underneath here, and that bolt is a 18 millimeter, and I already did go ahead and loosen that up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this out real quick. And guys, remember, when you're taking this bolt out and you finish taking the bolt out, you just don't knock underneath there, guys, because this, you have to follow the same procedure to take this out. You take this out. Sometimes they come out easy, and sometimes you have to knock a little bit to get it out. This is where your fork comes in, guys. With your fork. See that, guys? The fork. It's very handy. And see that? It comes right out. Alright, guys, as you can see, I'm up by my press right now, and I'm about to go ahead and start removing these bolts. There's 3 bolts to remove the back plate. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the back plate because it's much easier, much more easier to remove your lower ball joint when you take the back plate off. And the back plate comes with 3 bolts, guys, and the 3 bolts are 3 10 millimeter bolts. And I'm just gonna go ahead and remove those for you and show you how you're gonna gain access, better access when you take this back plate off. Alright, guys, so there's 3 bolts, remember. There's the 10 millimeter bolts right here. That's 1. There's 2. Guys, all right, so now I take the back plate off. I'll show you guys how you get the better access. You see that, guys? This is all done, guys. You see that? It's all broken up and stuff, so you want to pay attention to these things. I'm gonna show you 2 ways how you can get it off. One way is to gain the access from underneath here, guys. So there's a clip that also helps to hold this in place. but in order for you to get to the clip, you have to take the back plate off. All right, and it's not so easy to come out from the front. You have to take the back plate off and knock it from here, and once you knock it from here, it goes down, and it has a little cutout right here. This little cutout right here, guys, this is where it's you access that clip from. Okay, all right guys, so right in this little cutout area here, they make it possible for you to punch the clip on both sides to loosen up your clip so you can get it out from the front. But in order for you to do that, guys, you have to take the back plate off. If you don't take the back plate off, you won't get to this area here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my little screwdriver, and I'm just gonna search for the two edges, and I'm gonna knock the two edges, and I'm gonna knock the two edges down. Okay, I think I got one here. Knock this one down, guys, and then after I knock it down, I'm gonna turn it over, and once I turn it over, I should be able to gain access to right in here, guys. All right, but you cannot take this out if you don't get to that the back part. So loosen this up. So you have to loosen it up. Once you loosen it up, get the screwdriver, and you want to be careful, guys, when you're punching this thing out, because it's very tight, and when it's coming out, it can hit you in the eye or anywhere. So you want to keep it away from you as much as possible when you're trying to get it out, guys. I'm just gonna grab my wire nipper, and I'm gonna see if I can pull it out with my wire nipper a little bit, because I'm not gonna reuse this. Like I said, I'm not gonna reuse it, but it's a very, very tight, and it's very delicate, so you want to handle it with the best care. I'm just gonna grab my hammer, and I'm just gonna knock it down. Once I knock it down, it should be able to come out. That's it right here, guys. Yes, it's right here. But I'm not gonna reuse this, so I don't care if it's bent or anything like that, because the new ones, they also come with their own clip. But this is the only way, as I show you, that's the only way you can get to this clip, to remove this clip. So now that I've gotten that out, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove the ball joint until it gets out. Alright, so now that I've done that, guys, grab my bolt right here, and I'm just gonna use my bolt, and I'm just gonna knock on my bolt until it comes right out, guys. Alright, there you go, guys. I just use my big bolt right here and pop it right out. See, it comes right out, and that's it. That's the culprit right there, guys. Alright, and what I like to do, guys, when I'm putting in the new one, what I like to do, I like to grab me a little bit of grease. I like to grab me a little bit of grease, and I like to go ahead and just grease the inside so it goes in easy. And like I said, it comes out one way, and that's down, and to get it back in, you have to knock it from the bottom. You knock it from the top to get it down, to get it out, and you knock it from the bottom to get it up.